Hey, it's me, Jimmy D, and welcome to this week's episode review of Supergirl for Season 5, Episode 3, and it pains me to say this. It was a good episode, like it had good intentions, but there was way too many plot lines. It felt too jumbled and all over the place. I'm here with Joe, and Joe, what did you think?
Honestly, they tried to do way too much at once, and then they threw kind of an irrelevant plot line. Who was that supposed to be? Spider-Gwen?
So, yeah, like the whole tattoo thing was kind of irrelevant. It didn't matter. The plot line that mattered was the journals and the QR waves with uh, John Jones' brother. So those were the two things that mattered going forward. And I understand. So one of my favorite parts of Supergirl was the villain of the week. It felt like a traditional Superman type story, and the old school cartoons of superheroes where they had one villain to fight each week. And while that has been great with Supergirl, they're still trying to do that with the season long arcs that they did so well last season, and it's just not working because it's not mixing well. Other than the fact, okay, so the spider tattoos, the only thing that came out of that was that we found out that the her Kara's rival reporter is doing some shady shit. But other than that, we really didn't gain much. And I don't know if that was part of Leviathan or was it part of something completely different. What does it? What was the matter? We know Lex. He has these journals that Kara went and got for Lena, which I she broke into a military base in order to get these journals, and I don't. Why would she do it? I understand she's trying to make up for the lie that she told with Lena, but you should know it's Lex journals. It's Lex Luthor's journals. You know they're not just journals. So Lex has this whole plan of how to use QR codes, Q waves in
Mhm.
order to control people's minds, and that's what John Jones' brother has, and has his ability, and those two plot lines matter, and that's the whole deal. Like, and then you have James leaving with his sister because his sister gained the ability and is connected to John Jones' brother in a way. So they just left. But if you're connected, I would feel like he would be able to sense where she's at.
I really hope it sets up for the next episode better than
I feel
wherever it left us.
from the previews that they showed, I do feel like next episode will be better because they used this episode to set that episode up. So you have all the mind control going on. And while I do like the idea of Supergirl having to fight people with mind control, because one, what if Kara gets mind controlled? What if John Jones gets mind controlled and has to fight Kara? Like, it leads to many great possibilities, but they're not setting it up that well. I hope
No.
next episode is better because I hope the setup from this episode, the jumble that was a setup, leads to it better. This show can do better. We had season 4, which was the best season of this show. They're just not living up to that possibility, that writing, that greatness that they portrayed. Joe, what would you rate this episode?
Honestly, I'd honestly give it maybe a 4.5.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 5 because I do feel like it was average. It was a very average episode. The thing is, though, you have Batwoman pulling off eights and 8.5 episodes, and she's supposed to be your lead-in, and it's just I feel like it just needs to step up. It needs to do better, and hopefully next episode next week starts to do that. I would love to know what you guys thought of the episode in the comments below. I do videos on the Flash and Batwoman, and I've done all the reviews for those up to date. So go check those out. And like always, I will see you in the next one. Later.